for giving us a listen to Them Boys Watch Footy. We got Waj back, fresh off the airplane from Kenya. How you feeling, sir?
Yes, yes, indeed, man. Greetings and salutations to all the followers. Good to be back. Fighting some jet lag right now, but it's good to be back on this side of the world. But missed you guys. Was following intently while over in the motherland. Yeah, good to see you guys. Good to be back.
Nice, nice. And we got TC giving correspondence while still in the motherland. How you doing there, brother?
Thank you very much. I'm currently not in the motherland. I'm actually in the land of mothers, if you know what I'm saying. Ah.
And with all of that, I want to thank everybody for giving a listen to Dem Boys Watch Footy. Really appreciative. Please like, please subscribe. Keep the energy going for us on the algorithm. Algorithm needs some love from us, but we're getting the views up. So very excited about that. Always very happy when we see our fans come into the live chat as well. So give your likes, give us your subscribes, join the Discord, and we can go from there. As we
Let's get
see,
it.
yeah, as we're starting off, we have a gentleman wearing some amazing merch from Culture Club FC. As we know, Arsenal FC have some of the best merch in the entire sporting world, and they also got
Wait,
an amazing
wait.
2
No,
nil
no,
win.
no,
He did
no,
see. He didn't
no,
really even
this
let you even have a
motherfucker.
minute and a half.
This delusion, Delulu. I'm sorry, you guys out there. I have to stop this guy, and I don't like to interrupt people. But he said in the entire sporting world. No. People, he didn't say in England, in London,
Sporting
in
world.
football, and he said the entire sporting world. So,
Yeah.
those listening out there, please send through some of your best looking kits of any sport in the world there because
I
he's
didn't
thinking
say
Arsenal
kits.
has got
I
the
didn't say
best
kits. I
merch.
said some of the best sporting merch in the entire world. That's what
Next
Arsenal
week, I'm going to do a segment on how delusional are Arsenal fans. Don't worry, I'm going to show you examples.
Okay. I can't
So
wait.
don't be hitting on my jacket just because you guys got no merch at all. So your merch is dry like the Sahara. Continue on, Eric. Continue on.
Yeah. But wanted to give some love to our club that we do support, excluding TC. Arsenal were able to get the win 2-0 over Everton. Really big
Yes.
win. It was a very cathartic win. You could definitely feel how much tension was within the Emirates during that matchup. And, it really felt good to be able to watch that. Max Dowman, 16 years old, still doing his GSCs, still in school over in the UK. I was able to come on and send an amazing cross that caught Jordan Pickford out. That Gyökeres was able to bundle in for a 1-0, then was able to get a full pitch length sprint to be able to close and seal the match. He's also now the youngest Premier League scorer ever in the history of the Premier League. So, Waja, how do you feel about that win? How are you feeling about Arsenal's chances to win the league right now?
Man, it's this whole talk of 22 years in the making is getting closer and closer, but we're still, day by day, 8 matches to go. I think we were very lucky to see West Ham draw City. And even though we were expected to win against Everton, the match did not it was not a walkthrough is what I should be saying. I unfortunately was enjoying my life on the Kenyan coast. I wasn't able to see the match live, but when I tell you that I watched the replays of that Max Downing goal over and over and over again, there's no doubt about that. So from what I saw, it was a fantastic end to the match, but very much a nail biter all the way through to the 88th minute, I believe, before the cross from Dowman, and then of course his full length sprint of the pitch to score in an open goal with Jordan Pickford, chasing right behind him. But a definitive 2-0 at the end. It showed, the composure, I think, of the squad to hold down a very, very dogged Everton team. And there's no doubt about what Everton were throwing everything, but plus the kitchen sink over at Arsenal and Arsenal to Arsenal's whole team, but particularly the back line and the likes of Mr. Rice, Mr. Jollof Rice. Just proved again of how it's one of the best defensive lines in football right now. So, but again, it was not a walk in the park. and I don't think anyone should have expected that from Everton. Um, but yeah, I was very very pleased how we got that snatched that win in the depths of the of the end of the match. So that was great. But it's even sweeter to know that we got that win on top of seeing City draw with West Ham. That I think is really what set them apart. And now that there's a 9 point gap, granted with the game match in hand, still just great news, you know. But again, there's it's not over till it's over.
Agreed. One match at a time. TC, Everton had a lot of chances to take it to Arsenal, especially within the first 20 minutes of the match. You had Dwight McNeil being able to shoot from distance. You had the craziest scorpion kick block I've ever seen from Calafiore. You had McNeil also hitting the post on another shot attempt. Just tell me, how do you feel about Arsenal's defense and like how do you feel about their challenge moving forward as well within the Premier League?
It's nothing but hate from this.
Uh, well, look, I think whatever Roger has not decided to say and the Bible, I think just building on that point is,
The Bible
yeah,
says this man.
I think you
It's like
have a
jokes.
solid back, too. I think that block that you mentioned was an incredible block. It was just an amazing show of athleticism. I think the whole season you've just seen a rigidity and a solid structure from your back four that has just really given you a platform to go forward. Whether that's been from Raya and with Saliba and the other clowns you have in there, I think what you have seen is definitely what a championship winning team needs is a back four that is not scoring, allowing easy goals in. And that's what Arsenal certainly created as a back four, that goals do not get scored easy. To score goals is not easy. And I think that's what you need. So, and they've been consistent. So hence is why you're in that position. I think if you have to look consistently over the last few years, that has been an area in which you might have started to falter, is that you're giving away
Mhm.
too many easy goals. And I think other than Manchester United and a few other places in which you got fucked up, um, you know, at your home, silly goals that were given away don't come very easily to your side, which is why it was quite weird to see that happen in those instances. So I think in that sense, that's something that we all want to admire too. I think just based off the consistency, I think you've had the least goals scored against you. Um,
Mhm.
you've had the least amount of, or because you had the least amount of goals scored against you, you've had obviously the most close to the second. I think you and Pickford or Ryan Pickford are tied for clean sheets, if I'm not
Mhm.
mistaken, which is quite
Yeah,
weird.
19. Well, no, because was that Raya's 20th or was that Raya's 19th?
I
I
mean, the only thing I'd say that, and since we're only focusing on the defense, I think, yeah, it's something you have to be something you have to hold your hand up to. It's freaking amazing. It's just rigid.
Yeah.
It's back. It's literally what it's like to go to my house and try to go in and score a goal in the back door. It ain't happening. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely have to echo both of your sentiments. Defense wins championships in my book. We've talked about it extensively on this platform, and Arsenal has an amazing defense. The back line, Gabriel and Saliba. Gabriel throws his body all the time to make sure that nobody scores. Saliba, he's been a Rolls Royce defender ever since he came back from that loan from Marseille, and it's just been amazing to see. One thing that I was not expecting was the tactical flexibility with Mascara coming on at right back instead of Ben White when Timber got hurt. So that just shows another piece within Arteta's toolkit where he's growing as a manager. So really excited to see that. Also, he got all of his substitutions spot on. Dalman, as like we've already talked at nauseum on the platform just to start, Jokeres was able to bundle home that goal. He's now firmly within double figures of scoring this season, so it's really amazing to see there. Um, One thing that to note is Arsenal, for some reason, they love to start very slow within these matches, and people are just trying to hit them fast. TC, I remember us talking about how, especially during the Manchester United match, if Arsenal have a dominant first half, we just have a dominant second half. And we saw with Manchester United's match back in January, that was the game plan and the blueprint that you guys followed, and you won ultimately. But now what I'm seeing from Arsenal is these first 20 to 25 minutes, they're starting extremely slow. I don't know if the matches are just coming too thick and fast all at the same time, but it's starting to
Mm.
get a little worrisome, you know?
I mean, Eric, I don't know. I mean, to be fair, each game is different. The fact that sometimes that you're not able to apply one your blueprint or your strategy implemented against the other team is often a sign of the other team's preparedness and their implementation of their own strategy and counter strategy. So yeah, sometimes you are not able to implement your game plan onto the other team, which allows you to play the flowing football and get attacks going because the other team has come up with a counter strategy that is not allowing that. And sometimes what that means is then you have to obviously we have to tinker a bit to think about where we're exposed because of that, based of that. And sometimes that happens. The other thing is not every day you wake up, you're not ready to go 102%. You know what I mean? And so sometimes you do see some teams that do start slowly. They do sometimes don't get into the first or second gear because you've mentioned one of the things, a number of games. Also, the other thing is just like whatever it is, sometimes it's just about the other team is just there. They know they're playing Arsenal on the day, so they maybe have
Yeah,
come
yeah,
ready. They've been focused on playing Arsenal since Monday. Whatever day it is, they've been focused the whole week. I'm playing Arsenal. They've raised their game. That happens with a lot of the top teams, in which other teams inherently raise their game. All of a sudden, players are playing like Messi and are playing like Ronaldo. All of a sudden
yeah.
Spurs are. Or they have got like 7 games losing streak, and then it's what I mean. Things just it's crazy. So that in itself is just something to think about. I don't think one thing my coach used to say, it's not how you start a game.
It's always how you finish.
You know what I mean? And so I think in that sense, it's actually better to see that your team is able to. One of the first things that I realized when you were talking about the game in January is that one of the things that they said was it was the first time Arsenal, you have not, when Arsenal go in front, they do not lose. That was the first
Yep.
game that they lost once they've gone in front. So what it had to teach them is from there is how do you start to change your game? It's not always going to go your way. And if you're used to going your way, you then get into this continuity or this rigidness of then being stuck when you are under the cosh. You do see it sometimes when teams have just been winning games, all of a sudden they come who someone plays on the back foot, and they're like, shit, how do we get ourselves? So maybe that's just something to lean at. The fact that you're able then to pull it out later is an inherently good sign of your team then going, hey, wake the fuck up. You know what I mean? We're not Bruno Fernandez, but we can play. You know what I mean? We're not Casemiro, but let's get this shit going because you know who we are.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Yeah. Well, later in the show, we're going to talk about Arsenal versus City within the Carabao Cup Final that's taking place next Sunday. But Waj, final thoughts on this match between Arsenal and Everton?
Man, I think I wouldn't. Obviously, a lot of the points that TC made and some mine.
Use
Like I
your
said,
words, son. Use your words.
it was a dogged game. It was a dogged game that got us the result that we needed. And that gave us I think not only the players, but it gave even the fans that next push, knowing that what the string of games we've got coming up over the next week and a bit.
Emirates is
That
no longer a library.
exactly, this is not the time. The fans are behind the players, and the players are feeling it. And I think having a young child score that type of first get an assist and then get a goal like that, that is also just it's proof that everyone's behind the system. Truly, this if there's one time we can say trust the process is now finally coming to the process. The proof is in the pudding. It's right now. It's right now. So I'm excited. I'm excited for the Carabao Cup. Excited for Leverkusen. Excited to see even us on regular season. We've got so much to play for right now, and even with the injuries we have in the squad, it's amazing to see who's coming in to fill positions. Like you said, even Mascara coming in for right back. With Odegaard being out, how for all these things, how is the team mentally prepared to replace to go to different positions that they're not even really accustomed to, and still win and still churn out games, and not in a fancy way, in no means in a fancy way, but just like dog it,
Yeah.
and that's what we need right now. This is squeaky bum time.
Yeah. For
Just,
sure.
whoa, whoa, whoa! Don't ever use those words for your team. That's Manchester United only
Well,
utilization.
we're about to move on to your we're about to move on to your
Just
wins.
just
I thought it
before we
was a
move
very
on to that, I
I thought it
think
was
I
a
just
good
want to ask
bridge.
you guys. I want to ask you guys if I know this, but I've seen the growing nature of the supporters club in New York, specifically around the Brooklyn Arsenal club. I saw Sol Campbell was there this weekend, um, and I've seen a member I know of. Unfortunately, he is a colleague and friend of mine who does support Arsenal, and he's one of the founders of that club. With this growing nature of this internationalism, I feel that Arsenal is the most supported club in New York. Would you agree, yes or no, that Arsenal is the most supported club in New York?
I would say between Arsenal and Liverpool, those are the two most supported clubs within New York. Third would be Chelsea, just from the number of bars that Chelsea supporters do have within New York, and that's how I kind of gauge it. My work with MLS did have me going back and forth to finding out different bars within New York and seeing who they support at any given moment. Chelsea was firmly number two within that back in 2018. So I think Liverpool's overtaking them, but Arsenal supporting bars, they have a lot within New York.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
crazy.
strictly just for the Prem, yeah, I would definitely say Arsenal has, especially those notable fans. It gets, I think you're right. It's Liverpool, Arsenal, and Chelsea. But let's not take away from the Man U supporters. I think they're just more spread out.
Yeah.
And it's not been the best 2 seasons, so you guys aren't as loud as we are now. Whereas shout out to Fancy Free and of course O'Hanlon's and all the other bars, that the Arsenal fans have right now. But there's just, we're showing out in droves right now. The community is strong, and that's the difference.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true.
Uh, Yeah, all
That's
right.
true.
Gotta keep this train moving because I know these two gents are doing some crazy things soon. The other matches that we want to just lightly touch on: Man City drawing versus uh, West Ham. Just give me a one-word feeling how you felt about that. Waj, I'll start with you.
Vindicated.
TC.
Yeah, I think West Ham is
One word. One
continuing
word. One word.
up, up, on the up.
Up.
All right, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Manchester United bagging some amazing win against Aston Villa. You have Fernandez. He is now gone up to 16 assists. TC, one word to describe your feeling with.
No, no, we're not going to do one word for my team.
That's
That's
that's a, that's a bit unfair. Let the boy cook a little bit.
I
Nah,
mean, yo, man, listen to all the dudes. You know what I'm saying? Want to tell
How
25 minutes for
how
Arsenal? They want to do one word on Manchester United, dog?
15 minutes on Arsenal. Yeah.
Okay, Pam Bondi. Okay, god damn. Jesus Christ. This
man, I was
motherfucker want
like,
to see the
that was a
millimeters.
big game. That was a big match too,
Bro,
man.
Oh,
That was
huge.
bro.
you get some more
You said
words.
one word. He said one word. Let me say this to you. Fuck Arsenal, clearly, dog. How they gonna throw me like that, dog? You know what? Don't worry, people.
No,
We're gonna do a whole
go in,
segment.
go in. I'll let you go. I'll let you think real quick.
I'll give you 2 minutes.
We keep the Oscars timeout when you're done though.
No, so I think what you're seeing, obviously, since Michael Carrick has taken over, Manchester United have been the best team in the Premier League. I think what you're seeing is really like a clicking of players simultaneously happening, which is at the same time propelling discussions around Michael Carrick being given the job permanently. Fuck what Roy Keane says. I'm kind of like I'm about giving the position to somebody. That's why I'm always about the Javis and the Guardiola's taking over clubs because they know the club. They've played for the club. They know what it takes to be there. I love when ex players play, especially if they're good. They've played it. They know it. So for me, I'm always going for Ole Carrick. That's how I feel. I think with the football itself, last year we were playing with Garnacho. Okay, Hoyland. Oh man,
What
and
a good
Rashford.
start. His what's the name of it? His clause to buy just got triggered by Napoli, so you're getting a free 44 mil.
Mate, we will take it, dog. We are happy with Benjamin Sesko. We want that money anyway. I think to rebuild. I think if you didn't hear at the end of the game, they were chanting for Casemiro to extend his contract. We had an option. We decided not to take it. They might revisit it. We're hoping they do. Although the only issue is that he's on very high wages, so it'd be great. However, like his football, he scored the most goals he's scored for any season he's been in Europe. Has been this season. So I don't know if the shackles have been off, knowing that you're leaving, and now you can really just not have any give a fuck, and then therefore it allows you to play your best because you're like, I don't care, I'm leaving, and therefore it's just like so him maybe changing that again to be like, oh, stay might change that, but again, that could be at the end of the season where you have a conversation where you revisit it. Um, I think, yeah, it's been great to see. I think the question would be if we had Michael Carrick at the beginning of the season,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
we
a good
probably
point.
we probably have 100 points by now. Let's be honest. I
Yeah.
mean, like, but that's I'm being facetious. Obviously, that's just the ifs and but. I think it's just night and day. And I think to go from where we were, where you guys were laughing at us every week, where we were the butt of jokes, to now where we are consistently performing. I think for me, it's a miracle. And I'll end it on this. Someone asked me, would I be happy with third place? And you know what? Obviously, as a Manchester United fan, I'm used to so much more. But however, from where I was, people, that's like saying you have zero and you have no food. Are you happy with a two-piece and fries? Dog, I'm fucking ecstatic. You know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah.
am
Yeah.
happy. Of course, I'll revisit my objectives at the beginning of next season. But for now, from where we were, and I was a laughing stock of jokes, I am grateful for what we have been able to do. And I'm also grateful for Amarin to lead us to this point, and then for Michael Carrick to show us the potential of this squad. Booyaka, 2 minutes in your asshole. Fuck off.
No, I definitely got to give United a lot of credit. Everybody used to laugh about Arsenal's with the fourth place trophy being a big one, and then teams such as yourself finally understand.
No, whoa,
You
whoa,
start
whoa, 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 no,
sorry.
no, no, whoa, whoa,
You
whoa, no,
start
no, no,
sorry.
no,
You
no, don't
start
do that,
sorry.
don't do that, don't do that, don't paint the brush of Arsenal mediocrity with us. We have been able to tweet champions before, okay? You have not been able to tweet that. You have never been able to tweet that on Twitter. The other thing is,
Twitter
I
don't
hear you.
exist
You're
no
right.
more.
The importance of Champions League is very important, and you're right, Eric. I think the money there, that the money has been in the game. In fact, the higher the position. However, I must reiterate this again to your point, just to just show you the difference. This is an objective for now to save the season of where it is. This is not like our
Yeah.
lofty goal consistently. Neither is Arsenal's, let's be honest. And I know we jest, but I must say this vehemently because people think that we're saying, oh yeah, we're happy with no. Of course we're not happy in the general picture. But for this season and for where we are, yes, we are fucking happy. If we make
Yeah.
it to Champions League, I'm punching both of you in the faces.
All right.
No, but yeah, and that has to be said too. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
you might like quick little 2 cents in there too. I mean, even beating Villa in the way you guys did 3-1, in such an important weekend, it means a lot to to just show how far you guys have come with Michael Carrick taking over the reins. Granted, your boy still doesn't cut his hair, but like you got 8 games left, and you got a 13. You have on goal difference. You have 13 goals, right? Chelsea right now, which is plummeting. They're at 6, and they're at 18, right? And Man United is at 13 and third place right now. And then Man City with 32 and Arsenal with 39 on goal difference. It says a lot. I mean, obviously, you guys also are not playing as many games as we are, and some of the other teams. But still, I mean, from where you guys were to where you're at now, like, shit,
Yes.
Absolutely.
it's
13
was
goals
looking
given up is really
down in the dumps.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
All right. Let's go. One word for the Chelsea loss versus Newcastle.
Oh,
All right, Waja.
Is that that's his word? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
no, no, no. I was just thinking about that. I'm just thinking about Garnacho. Go ahead. I'll tell you my word now.
Go ahead then.
Club is fucked.
they
I was just okay. Well, yeah. I mean, that was 2 words, but yeah. No, I'll say it's just one word is too few. I'd say double
Yeah,
fucked.
exactly. Right?
Double fucked.
No, well, the only reason why I wanted to keep that is because we had to talk about Chelsea's news, specifically
Yep.
the Premier League ban. They got hit with a fine, 10 million, which is the largest fine ever that the Premier League has given to a club, and a 9-month immediate academy transfer ban, and a suspended 1 year first team transfer ban. So all the players that they have right now, they are stuck with for the future, and though no points deductions right now, uh, they're just not looking good. Reece James just came up to being injured. He's out for the next several weeks as well. So this team just we'll see what happens in the Champions League, but it's not looking the strongest for them right now. That's why I wanted to keep scorecard.
How do you feel Garnacho feels right about now?
If he's not starting all the time, he has an opportunity to stamp his
No,
name.
yeah, yeah, you're right. He does, but I think Chelsea has a problem there. I think when I say the Chelsea is the club is fucked, is the direction of the club is going at the moment just seems to be a bit chaotic, and that's what I mean. I don't think there's an identity that we can all see from the outside, whether it's outside looking in, or inside. And I think that's quite replicable through its transfer policy and through the play and through some of the feedback coming within the club.
And the next 6 games is by no means a walk in the park for them. Everyone sees Chelsea, down right now. When they're down, that's when you put your neck on you put your neck, you put your knee on their throat, and you squeeze. I mean, they've got PSG next, followed by Everton, who again, as we said from the Arsenal match, are not a lie down team. They're the only game they have in the next 6 matches that looks like anything is against Port Vale. For the FA Cup. And even that one, I'd say Port Vale's are just going to throw the kitchen sink at them because they know that they're injured. They know that they're looking down right now. And then it's City, and then it's to United. So, you got back-to-back Man U matches after Manchester matches after that. Best of luck to you guys. I think they could drop another 2 positions before the end of April.
All right. Finally, we're going to talk about Spurs versus Liverpool. What do you guys have? One word.
Boring.
All right, TC.
Sorry, which guy? There's a bit of a feedback there. What game are you talking about?
Talking about Spurs versus Liverpool.
Yeah. Well, Wajid said, Real Charleston, Liverpool suck a dick.
All right. That was our Premier League talk. Waj, I'm going to put you on mute real quick because you got a little bit of a feedback. We're going to quickly switch gears over to the Champions League. Right now, one of the competitions that Manchester United is not in. But wanted to quickly switch over
One of the competitions Arsenal have not won ever.
Very true. Very true. But we're talking about recent, and you guys are not recently in it. So quickly, we have Sporting versus Bodo Glimt. Who do you guys think is going to make it through?
Bodo Glimt to continue the fantasy.
TC?
Bodo Glimt. Facts. They've beaten everyone.
Yeah, very true. Chelsea versus PSG. Do we believe Chelsea's going to make a comeback?
Hell no. PSG to take it.
All right, TC?
This is almost like asking if Odegaard is better than Fernandes. It's rhetorical. So, hell no.
All right. Manchester City versus Real Madrid. Do we feel as though Man City can make a comeback at home?
If there's anyone who can do it, I think it is Man City. However, I saw Mbappe training today. I know he's playing tomorrow. So I'm going with. I think Madrid will sneak through it. We'll push through.
Okay.
I agree. Madrid to sneak through.
All right. Arsenal versus Leverkusen. I feel as though Arsenal, all of the elation over the weekend, hopefully they don't fall flat. I'm going to go with an Arsenal win over Leverkusen at home.
Same.
I know that's embarrassing that you guys have to do that, unfortunately, but I do feel that it is that squeaky bum time, and so Arsenal are going to get out of 2 trophies in 1 week, baby. I know it is. It's just that time. You need to focus, and it's okay. You need to focus on one thing. You can't have it all. So, unfortunately, Leverkusen ain't got shit else to do but come and fuck your shit up. So here they come, boys. Here they come. You've got too many things on your mind, and one thing only you need to be thinking about, all right? That's what my grandma used to say. Too many hands in the pot ain't going to get nothing but pop-pies, right? That's it.
All right.
When did she say that one?
She wasn't Southern either.
Yeah, better.
Barcelona versus Newcastle. That is a 1-1 draw going into the Camp Nou. I'm going to go with a squeaky win, 2-1 Barcelona.
Yeah,
Barcelona to win.
yeah, me too. The Camp Nou does have a formidable presence, like the Cop. Um, so I'm gonna go with Barca. Although there was a certain team that beat Barca at home in the Europe. Oh shit! Fuck, that was Manchester United. My bad. You guys wouldn't know shit about that. That was Manchester United. That was like 2 years ago. Yes, we did. We took them back home and we beat them
Yeah, wasn't
everybody
that
2-1.
before Yamal was playing? I don't think he was eligible to play as a 15-year-old.
I mean, he was like 14 then, but I mean, if you want to say, yeah, wasn't that before the next star was born? Well, good God, man. Yes, I'm sorry.
All good, all good.
I'm
Do
just
we
stating
feel
the
as though
facts now.
Tottenham is going to overturn their 5-2 defeat to Atletico back at home?
There is no way Tottenham is putting all of their chips to stop the bleeding in their Premier League campaign. They will not be. They will probably just like just forfeit and just
No,
get back
what
to
I
Premier
want to
League.
know is, I would love to take a bet on when the people start walking out the stadium.
I mean,
Like
it's a free chance. So
that.
I think they're going to probably play all the kids. I hope. And just give them a chance to showcase. Like you're playing how like you have house money. If they get some goals, you can probably throw in some actual first teamers. But it is a huge matchup coming with Tottenham versus Nottingham Forest. That is a 6 pointer within the league. So definitely understand why they should rest their players. Liverpool Galatasaray. I am going to go with the upset. Galatasaray to get a win over Liverpool at the Cup. We'll see what happens. TC.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna go with that. I would can't support Liverpool.
Watch.
Yeah, I think Galatasaray is going to take it in goal difference. I think it's probably going to go to a 1-1. It's going to be a squeaky. It's going to be a tight match, but Galatasaray to take in goal difference.
Okay. And the final one, Bayern versus Atalanta. I think this tie is just about finished, but I think Bayern is just going to throw the nail in the coffin on them. What do you guys think?
Uh, Standard. I think they took a 6-1 away win, so I think we're gonna expect some heavy rotation, but still, like, yeah, a potential definitely win.
Yeah, absolute definite win for Bayern. It's it's also at the Allianz, so they can rest their starters. It's 6-1. There should be no reason for them to lose this one.
Okay.
I think what's interesting for this is what it brings up next is Bayern supposedly will win, and if Madrid win or Man City, the winner is playing. It's going to be Bayern versus Man City for the next round,
I think it's going
essentially.
to be
Or
Bayern versus Real. I just don't see it. But
yeah, me too. I think it's going to be Bayern versus Real, and then the next one could be like Newcastle, Barca versus Atletico or Tottenham, which is going to be Atletico. So it's going to be crazy there.
yeah, it's
And then it could be you guys versus
Bodo.
You guys have a great chance if you could get past this
Yeah,
stage.
Bodo
if we
is
get
playing
Bodo,
flying, but
But
let it
Bodo, people underestimate Bodo every time. They think, oh, it's easy. Bodo, but everyone has lost to Bodo. Everyone you're hearing here has lost to Bodo. So Bodo is not the Norwegians you think you can sweep across. They're all Olays.
Oh yeah, Tottenham they did well to make it past them in the Europa League, and so yeah, we'll see what we can do this season. If we make it that far, as you said, you are
we
now
we
saying Leverkusen
we
is
beat them
going.
before. We can beat them again. It's
True,
Bodo. We're
true.
prepared. At least we're one of the at least we're one of the squads that's actually played them. In difficult times. So I'm not too worried if we get Bodo. I expect Bodo.
Yeah. Okay. Now we have the big match that is coming up on Sunday of next week. First time Arsenal has been back to Wembley for a trophy, and since 2020, I believe. Uh, this will be Arsenal versus Manchester City. Really huge match, huge implications. How people want to keep moving forward within the season. I believe a lot of managers, Klopp, Pep, they've all said you win this one, it really just helps snowball the rest of your season. So we saw Newcastle last year get the 2-1 win over Liverpool, and it was amazing scenes for them breaking their 70-year drought. Arsenal. They haven't won this cup in a very long time, so definitely, it is definitely something that I'm glad that they are part of, like the culmination of all the hard work that they've had. So, Wash, I'll start with you. What are what do you believe is the biggest key to winning the match on Sunday?
Oh man, it's gonna be goals. I think we're strong in the back. It is gonna be performance in the front. It's gonna be all about Jokeres or Havertz, whoever's gonna be the starting striker has to perform. We cannot let City take a lead. They cannot take a lead, especially they cannot be the first ones to score a goal. And we cannot be put on the back foot. Right now, City are looking a bit weak, but they know what this mean. This win means everything to both of the squads right now. It's the first, nail in the coffin for the season. So I think it's necessary that we come out scoring. Obviously defensively, we just have to keep doing what we're doing. No silly mistakes, but it's all about the front line. Gyökeres has to score if he's gonna be up there, or Havertz. And we might have Odegaard back, and we know that Trossard is also back in
Yes.
training. So there's a lot up for this one. It's not going to be an easy match. It's gonna come down to the wire, down to the wire. So yeah, man, I'm not looking forward to it in some ways, but I think the last we won this was 1993. So this is not a cup
Wait,
I
what?
really
Can
care
you
about.
repeat that? Can you please repeat that?
The last time that we won the Carabao or the League Cup was 1993, I do believe.
But most of your
Um,
supporters have never seen you lift this thing up, is what you're saying.
Very
Yes, that's
true.
why that's why for them it's gonna be a great day for me. I've seen it happen, so I don't really care. Honestly, I want to move on to other things. So like I just want to be done with this one.
I think
So
no, 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 no. Don't do that. Don't do that because
I
that
want to
is
be done
not.
with it. To be clear, I want to be done with it. But if we get this one, then it's gonna be a massive just nail in the coffin to Man City. It's gonna take them down, take the confidence down, and it'll just be another. If we can even take a double, let alone a quadruple. I mean, let's win the league. But if we can take this one away from Man City, then I think it's gonna be a game changer for us of the season. So I want it. We're already in the
Yeah,
final, so it's not like being kicked out. So let's just take this one home.
Yeah,
yeah. Don't devalue the
use your
competition. I'm sure you
analysis
guys would love to
here.
have a trophy number one.
Yeah. What's your analysis for this match?
Yeah, I think to Roger's point is I think don't devalue the, the opportunity to win a trophy. Number one, okay. I know you guys think you're already winning a trophy. You think you're Billy Balls, but right now I think the fact that you guys haven't won a trophy in you know a couple of years, so it should be you should be trying to get any fucking trophy. Number one, number two is great. This match itself is important because of that, because it's the opportunity to get a trophy. That is it. It's one game to get a trophy, one of which you have not had for a number of years, and to your point, for nearly fucking over 30, for over 20 years, 30 years. So it's important that you do not you for this game. You realize how important it is for Arsenal Football Club to get their hands on this trophy. This is your single most important game this week. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. You ain't getting Champions League. Let's be honest. You're not doing that. Just let it go. Let it go, Eric. Let it go.
I don't know
It's
about
not your year. It's
yeah.
not something you can do. You guys don't
Honestly,
have it in you.
I think
It's
the
not
one that
something you
we
can focus
should give
on
up
what you have.
I think
Eric,
the one we
don't
should
do
give up
delusional.
is
I'm bringing
Epic,
you back.
but I would love us to. I just want the next match won. That's honestly all I want from Arsenal, and you keep that up until you can. And right now, we are
That's
in the
fair.
final. We are in the final. We have to have an ability to be able to win, especially with this core group of players who have gone through as much as they have. Now you have new players that have now come in this season who have made their mark. Noni Madweki, looking at Jokeres, Max Dauman, you have Hincapie.
Yo, looking at Max Bauman.
You have really good players this year that have come in and have contributed to a really great season. And from the past, you've had a lot of these players have run up second to this Manchester City squad. What I'm looking at is how Pep really sets up midweek is going to tell us how he's going to set up for Sunday because Phil Foden, if you guys haven't noticed, PFA Player of the Year, has not really been able to crack it within the squad. It's really crazy to see a Player of the Year who is in his prime not be able to start within his within game day matches for this club. So that's one thing I really want to look at. The second is their defensive stability. Ruben Diaz wasn't able to play. Mark Gahey has really solidified that back line for the Manchester City squad. And Antonio Semenyo, he's just been otherworldly for the Manchester City squad. So I'm really looking at how their new buys are integrated in, how their defense is going to really set up to make sure that they can get the counter attack, and B, be able to press Arsenal with all of they got. Because one thing that I've been watching in some of these Manchester City matches, they just don't, when they lose the ball, it's for probably around like 20 minutes of actual game time. The rest of the game, it's usually with them. Arsenal love to play that match. The first matchup against Manchester City, Arsenal had the ball for a long period of time, but were able only to get a 1-all draw, and that came from a bit of magic from Eze, as well as Martinelli with a chip over an all-world goalkeeper in Donnarumma. So it is we'll see. I'm very excited about this. I really want to push for that win, get that first trophy, that first monkey off the back, and then just keep pushing from there. I still think we are going to be able to win midweek and be able to rest, especially because our match is on Tuesday. And we can have a nice little rest, get players back a little bit healthy, get their minds off of it, and then keep moving forward. So that's where my head is for this.
And I do actually want to finish on that too. Is just our midweek matches.
Delulu, delulu,
They've
delulu.
got to. Man City has to go through Real Madrid first, right? They've got to get over that massive hump. Yes, it's going to be at home tomorrow at the Etihad, but they've got to win and get over a 3-0 hump to keep their hopes alive. And so if they lose that and they bring that mentality to the final, hey, then we're taking that. So
Wait,
confidence,
that's
confidence,
no. What you?
lads.
Hello, hello. Are you saying that if they lose, they will come there with like, oh no, we lost. You guys will just walk
No,
over
no,
us. I,
no.
I
I'm
think
not. I'm
that'd be
not
the
saying that.
exact
I'm not saying.
opposite.
In no way am I saying there's any sense of woe is me. That's not the way these guys
No, no. What I'm
operate.
saying is, though, if they
What I'm
lose,
saying is, if they lose to Real Madrid, if they lose badly to Real Madrid, and they feel that they get that's like confidence. You know how it goes. To two matches to lose like that, to draw and then to lose, it
but it's
can
also
it can affect the
impetus.
team. Yes, exactly. But
Yes,
Arsenal
it's also
cannot if they
no, no, no.
lose
And
and we
watch
win,
it. Well, hold
we
on, hold on,
cannot
watch
go
it,
into
watch
the
it.
match
Okay,
delusional.
yeah. Let me finish my point. You said a lot on this. Yeah, you're misunderstanding. And often there's a reaction to losses.
Most
So
definitely.
so I think for me is the most dangerous team you can play is a wounded Man City that is now going out to prove that they're some shit because they're wounded from there. So I think that goes for both teams because both of you fuckers going to lose tomorrow. Let's be honest. So you're both going to be wounded and looking. So I think you're in for a good game. If one of you wins, then I can guarantee you the team that wins tomorrow is going to lose on Sunday. And I will come back to that. You heard it here first. Whoever loses tomorrow is going to win on Sunday.
Interesting. Okay.
You heard it here
Well,
first, folks.
yeah. Well, really would love to hear what our people that are actually watching live, if you guys have any predictions for the match. When I post this, please, people, give us your predictions for the match on Sunday. But want to thank the gents again for giving us some really great analysis. TC, Waja, really excited to have you guys back. For your boy E, for the rest of the Dim Boys watch footy.